Hey PNG, Douglas from the PNG Recruiter here. So in this video, we'll be talking about the benefits and the disadvantages of the Frieda River mining project, and some of our recommended solutions that we think can benefit our people, especially those along the Sepik River in the Sepik province. So that's what this video will be entailing. You might be asking why we are doing a video specifically on the Frieda River mining project. That's because our heritage is from the one of the resource affected areas that will be affected by the Frieda River project, but from the Sepik province side of the project. So for myself, my heritage is from Ambunti Drakikia district, which is a district that's along the Sepik River in the Sepik province. And so this video, I have to do it to get clarity and closure, not only for myself, but other people out there who are from the area as well, who might be my relatives most likely, or anybody else who's from the Sepik province but lives along the Sepik River. And the project will concern a lot of things that are part of our livelihoods on the Sepik River. So yes, now you know where I'm from. I'm from the Sepik province. My mom is from a village called Apan, which is basically just across from the district, Ambunti district. And my father, my late father, is just down the river in a village, from a village called Malu, which is just on the same river bank as the Ambunti district. So the river is basically, produces everything for us. Water gives us the means to travel up and down the river, and also provides food for us, like fish and crocodiles and whatnot. And yeah, it's basically part and parcel of our livelihoods for generations, and for as long as the river has been in existence, people have been dependent on it. So now that there's a mining project that will be occurring down the river, specifically in the Frieda River area in the Sundown province next door to us, it's got people thinking about a lot of things that could potentially occur, good and bad. So we just want to get to the gist of everything, whether the benefits and the stuff that are not benefits, disadvantages, or anything of that sort, and our own recommendation to balance things out. So we just want to get through that in this video. So thanks for watching again, and please, we appreciate it if you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, and like this video, comment if you want, and reach out, message us anytime for any of our other services that we are providing for job seekers and for SMEs to big corporates. But yeah, okay, so apart from that, let's get straight into the video. So I'll just pull out my my notebook, which has all my notes in it and all my research. So we'll get into it now. So yes, so the Frieda River Project, okay, it's a large-scale copper gold mining project that will be situated in the Sundown province, or West Sepik province. And it will affect also not only those in the our brothers and sisters over in West Sepik, but everybody who lives along the Sepik River as well. This is because a lot of the things that will be happening in the mine over there could potentially affect everyone that lives off the Sepik River. All right, Frieda River is like a tributary to the Sepik River. So I'm Lilik River, but then I'm Warablem connect one them Sepik Waran and go Bikla. And come outside lo come pass through our area, Ambunti, Drakikia, which we are in the middle of the Sepik River, somewhere there, and then it comes out Angoram, which is down the Mouse Blow, Sepik Wara, where I'm join one them Bismarck Sea. So it's quite massive, the number of people that will be affected, could potentially be affected by the project. So you know, it's we feel that we need to do this video. So those are the some of the things that will be extracted and affected, or people will be affected by the extraction of those mineral resources as well. Yeah. So copper and gold. Yeah. So we'll just get straight into some of the benefits that the mine can produce, apart from producing a great amount of mineral ore like copper and gold. So that would be obvious ones, which has piqued our interest, is jobs. That will bring a lot of job employment opportunities, not only for the entire country but for my area, in the Ambunti Drakikia area also, and mostly for brothers and sisters over at Frieda River Mine, which is situated again in the Sandaun province. So huge employment opportunities for everybody in Sandaun province and East Sepik province, mainly those on the Sepik River, and like my people and our brothers and sisters up the Sepik River and in Frieda River, and the whole country as a whole. So it will be another mining project that will create a lot of mining related employment opportunities. And just to talk or touch on them would be anything in relation to these ones that I got here: construction, operations, maintenance, security, administration, catering, transportation, support services. And to get really into the specifics is like heavy equipment operators, operations, welders, boiler makers, electricians, support services like administration, staff, human resource management, recruitment, camp management, facilities management, catering services to feed the workforce that will be working on the mine, and ICT support services, and it just creates a whole long list of opportunities that, in terms of employment, that will affect these people in that area, and attract already thriving mining organizations in other provinces. It could create an avenue for Frieda River to steal the manpower who are already trained and have the experience to join them. So it creates a vacuum for talent in already existing mining operations. So yeah, that's a huge number of vacancies, but it's a special thing for my people, especially in the Sepik River area. And also I would say for everybody in Frieda River in the Sandaun province. Usually our tradespeople or anybody who's got qualifications to work in mining, oil and gas companies, and who are from our area, they have to go and work elsewhere. Now all of them can come back and work in this project because they are from the area, the resource affected area, and they will be given first priority. Every mine, they give first priority for job employment to the landowners, to everybody and anybody who's from a resource affected area like mine, and anybody in the provinces of those resource areas, and then it opens up to other provinces as well across the country. But yeah, it happens in that order of priority in terms of employment. So first priority will be given to the landowners, then those in the resource affected areas, then the provinces that are affected or where the operations is affecting of the mine affecting those provinces, and then it opens up. That's the level of priority for roles and vacancies that would arise at Frieda River mining project. So those are a huge, massive amount of vacancies, and for my area, it will be like some sort of a dream come true, because Aplomipla and Bush, we are still paddling in dugout canoes, motor canoe, banana boat, and just recent times. So in the 90s, come 2000s, it's been there. But yeah, it will open up a whole pool of opportunities, and then it creates other projects like roads and airstrips and all that will come through to the resource affected areas. But then I'll get to those later. But yeah, it will be a dream come true for a lot of people who are in the mining, oil and gas companies elsewhere, and it will give them an opportunity to come back home and work. So yeah, so that's some of the thousands of employment opportunities that could potentially be produced by the project. And yeah, it will benefit Sepik Wara kids, our technical graduates, and surrounding communities like mine, and the surrounding the Frieda River Project. It will create opportunity for the existing ones out there to come back and work, and those ones there in the provinces to get qualifications and go back and work, because priority was tablo. But yeah, that's one of the benefits. And then we just move on to another benefit, which is it gives avenues for growth of local SMEs in the area to find contracts and projects with the mine, whether it's in Sandan province, in Frieda, close to Frieda River, or in the Sepik River, along the Sepik River, like Ambunti, Drakikia, from where I'm from. So it gives those our resource affected areas an opportunity to create a business and connect it with the mine. And when you do that and you do it well, you can use the profits of or the revenue to build employment opportunities that are indirectly connected to the mine. So some of them I'm getting to now is transportation services and companies. There's traditionally we travel up and down the river from a place called Pagui, Iplasavel or 37, Route 37, but not much is talked about Route 38. So that's my route. So Route 38 bago stop lo Pagui, no bay kalap lo Dagaw Canoe or banana boat, and you'll travel up the river for maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours to my village. So which is close to the Ambunti district area. So now there's going to be a road. Okay, there's a road that they're building actually from where we usually go and stop to get on the highway truck, get off, and get on the Dagaw Canoe to travel up the river. So now build your road there and go halfway, go to Ambunti, but it stops just across from a huge village called Avatip. It's called Yambi Avatip Road. So I haven't traveled on it yet, but a couple of my relatives have done that already, and I believe that road will be a key connection from connecting Pagui and probably Maprik, and then by Kalalo 38 there come, instead of getting on a Dagaw Canoe at Pagui, but you travel Guanta past potentially past Avatip, Yambi, and go up to Ambunti. So, and then I definitely believe that they will build another road that will connect Ambunti to Frieda River. So, when that road is done, obviously there will be transportation services to carry, cargo up and down from the mine and up and down from the district, my district, Ambunti. So, and then you got like PMV services that will come up. People don't have to necessarily get on a dugout canoe and travel up and down the river now. They have two options of travel now, which could be a PMV bus going up, or personal vehicle, hire car going up and down the road now. The thing that will happen is traveling up and down the river in a dugout canoe and a boat, banana boat, there will be a thing of the past, or we'll have finally travel up and down to my village in a car, in a vehicle. So those are some of the real realistic things that could happen, and it could generate employment opportunities for those who are interested in setting up a PMV truck or bus service. So yeah, so it's interesting times, and then we go into others like accommodation providers. There'll be hostels, hotels popping up along the road and in the village as well, to cater for not necessarily the workers, but people who are like contractors or anything to the mine, or anybody who has a vested interest and is in the area and close to the mine, or is trying to do some business, some form of business with the mine. Obanidi have to stop. So hostels and hotel accommodation there will most likely arise along the Sepik River, heading towards Frieda River. And then we got, you need food to get into those areas. So people supplying food from probably Maprik or anywhere in Wewek, Obanidlo transporting this little kaikaya, go on top lo Ambunti, or go down Ambunti. So the road will take it down, and then you need the service providers in that area who look after, or who are concerned about making food or storing food, or to provide to people in that area who will be coming for the or to do business, or to come down to the mine from our area. It will create a business like warehousing, or catering services, or stores, restaurants. Now in Bakamaplo, it's a real possibility to arise here in along the Sepik River. So yeah, that's another SME business that could pop up in the area. Yes, so another one of the local SMEs that can arise from the Frieda River Project is agriculture producers. So obviously, to stay healthy in the project, to offset its goals and objectives, the workforce needs to stay healthy, and through that, everybody living in the resource affected area too will benefit from the same as well. So doing that will require healthy food products, and so it will generate businesses like agriculture production businesses. So like there's the Sepik River already there, so the aquaculture businesses will arise, fish products, and anything that's related to aquaculture. That's where that will create businesses in that area, and also on the land, the agriculture as well. So vegetable products that are growing in the area, like greens, or cow, sweet potato, anything that can assist with helping the workforce stay healthy, and everybody that's contributing to the project as well, like the resource affected areas, will benefit as well. So that's where a healthy workforce is required, and food sources such as vegetables will assist with achieving that. So agriculture businesses, and we already have them at Maprik. So businesses that are associated with developing agriculture products, aquaculture products will arise as well. And then we have the booming cocoa industry in the Sepik province as well. It will help uh, the locals along the Sepik River, like in my area, to develop cocoa projects as well, and other cash crop industries as well. Maybe coffee, and then we have the already mentioned cocoa production industries as well, and other associated food production, agriculture, aquaculture industries that can help the people along the Sepik River thrive, apart from just relying heavily on the mine, the Frieda River mining project. So that's for agriculture producers. And then we got like potentially cleaning companies, companies that provide cleaning services for the hostels and the hotels, and the shops that, or the agriculture businesses that will be associated with the Frieda River project, or the Sepik River people, whatever businesses that I just mentioned that come up. There will be an increase in cleaning services. People who are coming in from outside provinces or outside the country to do business and are traveling through that area where the would-be road will be, and staying in those hostels, they'll need to be staying in healthy facilities and eating from healthy kitchens and restaurants, and so on and so forth. So it will give increase to cleaning services, cleaning businesses. They need to keep those facilities in clean, high quality standards that are fit for keeping a healthy workforce and people going that are doing business with the mine. So cleaning services is another one that could arise, and with all these businesses coming up, there will be an increase in security firms and services as well. People need to feel safe doing business with the mine, and especially around the Sepik River area. There will be security services that will be increasing in that area too. So security services or firms will be popping up in the area, and to meet the requirement for ensuring asset protection and people and personnel in the area kept safe. And it also increases investors to visit the area. So that's one area as well that could create a business opportunity for SMEs. And then we have obviously fuel distribution services. So now instead of carrying or transporting drums of fuel up and down the Sepik River, now there will probably be fuel stations that will be set up along the Sepik River to cater for the massive amount of vehicles that will be traveling up and down from my area or along my area, up and down from the Sepik, the Frieda River. So there will be a requirement for petrol service stations along the road, the would-be road that will be connecting most likely Ambunti Drekikea or Ambunti district, heading up to the Sepik River, to the Frieda River project in Sundown. Petrol stations will come up, and then you've got all the spin-off businesses associated with the fuel stations being located in those areas, like shopping centers, and markets, and hostels, and all that. So as you see, all the spin-off businesses from those potential SMEs that could pop up, it generates a lot of smaller businesses as well from the actual smaller business. And then it gives rise to firms like ours to look for manpower qualified, competent manpower to go into those already mentioned potential businesses that will be created. So in order to find that, all those businesses could potentially contact us as recruitment HR consultancies and ask us to help find competent talent to go in and manage these businesses on their behalf, whether they are landowner, company, resource affected association, um, representing a resource affected area. Um, we can do the recruitment and talent sourcing for them to bring in competent local or maybe expert talent to come and manage these spin-off businesses. So that's a long list, but yeah, it can create a huge line of SMEs, small businesses for the people in the Sepik region as well. And yeah, those are some of the names of the businesses that we've mentioned that could potentially arise, and there could be more. So yeah, we don't have roads, we don't have any of this. We have telecommunication towers like Digicel, and I know that Digicel have a tower in Amboti, but we still have all these communication issues and all of that. So like any other rural area in PNG, so to open up the area thanks to the mine trying to connect with the greater Sepik region, and it will open up all these avenues for other small businesses to set up. Yeah, so something to keep an eye on if you're from the area and looking to set up a business. Potentially, if the mine comes online, you might want to look into those previously mentioned small businesses that could potentially be needed. So that's that. And obviously, with all this happening, all these small businesses or SMEs coming up, there will be a need for infrastructure projects. And we mentioned earlier in the beginning of the video, the need for roads. And like I mentioned, the Yambi-Avatip road stops just off the across the riverbank from the big village Avatip. There's definitely going to be plans to extend the road from Yambi Avatip and joins with Ambunti, and then Ambunti it will join with most likely Frieda River. So the road itself, the construction of it will generate jobs, and then infrastructure projects like that will be needed to help assist with getting goods and services in and out of the mine from the Sepik area. And definitely Sundown will have this because it's in their area, in their province, but connecting it with ECP2 will be an advantage as well. So yeah, the infrastructure projects will be the third thing, and one of the main ones will be the roads, new roads that will be connecting previously untouched areas needed, firstly, currently needed by boat to transport goods and services up and down from my area to the Frieda River Project. Now by that road, there will be an infrastructure project there for roads to connect our area with the mine. And then you'll have, like we touched, telecommunication services, and they'll need to be stable now to create proper communication channels between people, service providers, businesses in the area, and the mine itself. So stable communication services will be needed, and then you'll have like Vodafone, telecom, and then we just talked about Starlink earlier. All these telecommunication, internet service providers will be coming into the area to assist the small businesses that will be set up thanks to the Frieda River Project that'll be popping up. So to have a stable communication services is one of the infrastructure development projects that will be needed thanks to the Frieda River Project. Then you got the electricity networks as well. So one of the big projects with the Frieda River mine is they will be setting a hydro-powered electricity grid, and most likely our area, my area, the Ambunti district area, will finally have electricity. Our area doesn't have electricity. We just survive off generator power, solar power. So when it's dark, it's pitch dark, it's black. There's no electricity unless you have a generator. So to have a grid be finally on some sort of electricity grid, and powered by clean energy, hydropower electricity is it's clean energy. So it's generated by turbines that are spinning because they're connected to the river. And the river connects with the Sepik River. Frieda River connects with the Sepik River and powers the electricity plant. So it's like endless supply of power. As long as water I'm stopped here and the river I'm stopped here, and we're powering the grid. So for our area, the Ambunti district area, to be in the Sepik River area, to be connected to the power grid, thanks to the Frieda River Power Project, yeah. Oh man, it'll be one of those dream come trues again. How Lomiplapa finally got access to power, like clean power, not diesel powered or fuel powered electricity, but hydropower from the river itself. So to have that, it will allow for these small businesses and these infrastructure projects to occur with no hassle, no issues whatsoever. So it will be great to be on that. And yeah, should the Frieda River mining project come into fruition, that's one of the benefits that will happen thanks to underneath infrastructure developments. So there's new roads, stable communication services, electricity networks. Then we got the airstrips. Finally, we can probably have access to, any Guinea can finally land in our area instead of just Wewek. Right now we have a airstrip in Ambunti, but we got like a MAF landing there, flying out. So yeah, to have a potentially a high level airstrip or airport that could be on the same level as the major airports in the major centers here, like in Wewek here we have Boram Airport, and in Pom we have Jackson's. The potential to have like a quality, high standard airport that will assist people flying in and out. These recently bought Airbuses and all these Fokker 100s or whatever. These planes that never land in our area, we could have airstrips and airports that can finally have these huge planes landing in and out with huge amounts of people landing in our area and flying out again. So to have that would be amazing as well. There could be a potential for like a Pom to Ambunti direct flight, or a Pom to Wewek to Frieda River flight that could be in place with whatever PNG or New Guinea. It's unthinkable, it's unimaginable for people like myself who are from or have heritage from the area, because we plan on this kind or something, we plus bush like I previously stated. So yeah, there's huge potential for airstrips and airports to be set up in that area as well. not only to assist with the mine, but with small businesses along the area, like we mentioned, the people can benefit as well. And then we have health centers and hospitals. Obviously, we need to stay healthy, not only the mine and people affected by the mine, but small businesses in the area. We need health facilities, and we could see an uptick in hospitals, like on the same level as Pomgen, Boron, that will be popping up. So yeah, huge development like that could happen with health facilities and hospitals popping up in that area. And then you have schools. And schools, we have high schools in the area as well, like Ambunti Secondary or Ambunti High School. Correct me if I got it wrong. But yeah, they're kind of run down from what I hear, the facilities, and there's a lot of issues with so-called landowners and all that over there. And it's forcing students from the area when they graduated to go into the urban areas like Mark Creek and Wewak and Yanguru to get educated at the secondary level. So with all this coming in, and like power, electricity, health services, and small businesses popping up, high schools will be popping up too. I need to give opportunity for our people along the Sepik River to put their kids into high school within the area, and obviously those kids that are coming out from those high schools will go to universities, and they get to go back and work at the Frieda River mine and whatever businesses that are spin-offs or connected to the mine again. So it just allows for production and creation of competent talent, not only for the country but for the area that are connected with the mine. So schools, and then probably lastly will be internet services, but then that's associated with the telecommunication services. So overall it's the same thing. ICT, internet services will be needed to have efficient, effective offset of these infrastructure developments I mentioned, and for seamless operation of these SMEs and small businesses I mentioned as well, and also for this to be experienced by the mine down the river, up the river as well. But yeah, those are some of the infrastructure development projects that could arise should the mine come into operation. So yeah, overall it will be opening up a previously isolated area, isolated from major services and service deliveries in the country. It will open up our rural bush water area up to all this. So those are some of the benefits that could be experienced by our people in that area along the Sepik River, and especially by my people in the Ambunti district. But on a national level, obviously increased government revenue. So that's taxes, royalties, export earnings from exports from the gold ore or copper ore offshore, and yeah, it generates money. Money comes in from the taxes, the exports, taxes, earnings, everything that's associated with getting the minerals off to other countries who are buying it. We get the revenue back on a national level, and our entire country gets a boost in revenue generation, and hopefully it helps with improving current service delivery levels here in the country, and especially by people in the East and West Sepik provinces. And yeah, it will help maintain the schools, the hospitals, the colleges in the area, in the provinces, and other development projects. So yeah, on a national level, it will increase the government revenue for whoever the current government will be when that project should come into play. But yeah, that's something that I'm not looking forward to, because we have all these mining projects and we're still in the same spot. But hopefully with the mine in Frieda River, when it comes into play and production, that's a world of difference for our country's economy. And that's probably one of the reasons why our government currently is trying to get it underway. Therefore, it's motivated us to do this video. So yeah, huge cash injection into our economy and our government budget, and yeah, increases growth and economic development, increases investor confidence. Investors from overseas who want to come and do business here in the country, obviously have a look at what the Sepik region has to offer, and our brothers and sisters over at Sundown Province with the Frieda River Project, what they can offer as well for these foreign investors. And yeah, that's that for, I believe, all the benefits that can come into play should the Frieda River Project commence. Now we talk about the disadvantages. And this is some of the things that are worrying a lot of people, especially my people in the Ambuti area. Yeah, so I feel it's an important thing to get through them as well. So we all know the risks that could potentially happen should the mine come into play, just to pursue all the benefits that I mentioned earlier. So firstly would be of the obvious one, environmental risks. So yeah, you know, being on the Sepik River, there's a huge fear that you know, should the area where the mine is going to be operating from, Frieda River, is where it's on a tectonic plate or seismic prone area. Most of the time, I got some kind of earthquake come up, and people are worrying, should an earthquake come up? Will the tailings dam, which is a huge engineering construction feat in itself, which is a giant, huge wall of concrete and block of cement that will be stood up to hold the tailings in. Will it withstand an earthquake? And you know, obviously, if an earthquake were to happen and if it wasn't able to sustain the impact of the earthquake, what about tailings here? About Kapsai go inside or Frieda River, and it will eventually pollute the Sepik River, and my people will have generations worth of pollution to deal with, and could really affect our health and livelihoods and thousands of years, centuries of cultural dependence on the Sepik River. So yeah, that's the huge impact of this, and that's the main one that everybody is worried about. So yeah, environmental risks, the potential for the following: river contamination. Tailings management has to be in tip-top world-class shape. There's no room for lacking in this area.